I found this cryptic message from Preston, so I had to build a tiny maze and challenged him to try and get me. Preston is definitely onto us, guys, and I don't want him finding our tiny mansion inside this enchantment table because, I mean, look at this thing. We have built this perfectly with our movie theater, our emerald bedroom, a hidden chest to hold some food, steaks, tasty, and back here we got our full kitchen, which means I've got to figure out the best way that we together can protect this whole thing from Preston. But he's somebody who doesn't give up, and he most certainly hates it when he loses. So all I can do is make it as difficult as possible for him, but I've got a hidden trick up my sleeves that I'm not wearing right now that we're gonna use in order to take Preston down. I've cleared out this entire space and I've got plans for the roof, but the inside is what matters most. Right now, it's basically empty with a few obstacles on the side like these leaves and whatnot. And out here, this is where Preston will likely enter from. Now, the whole point of this maze is that it has to be tiny, and we know Preston has the ability to go tiny, but I don't know if he's as skilled as we are, because we've got an awful lot of experience right now that Preston doesn't have. Now, I've surrounded this thing in birch logs, so Preston will clearly be able to see, hey, buddy, something is going on here if he comes to this base. But on the inside, we've got to design it as best as possible to make it as challenging as possible for him to actually get into our base. And we've got some hidden stuff up our sleeves because we can use the hammer and such in order to create tiny entrances throughout the maze that anybody of normal size will actually not be able to fit in. However, if we build it tiny enough with just the right amount of size opening, we can make it so that only someone who is tiny will actually be able to fit inside of the spaces. And this maze might be the most challenging maze that anybody has ever created in Minecraft. But first things first, we gotta start with getting the rough outline of this maze started. And I'm not an expert maze builder, so it could get a little bit challenging, but we'll be able to figure out some neat stuff to do so that we can make it somewhat impossible to actually get through. Now, the general outline, I think we can play with just having it be the oak, but I do want to go in and change some of the themes to stuff that we've built in the past. Like we could have a TNT part. That would be extremely dangerous. Oh, if someone sees TNT, they're definitely not going to want to actually enter that section of the maze. So this TNT might actually be one of our best friends in this whole process. So that gives us birch to TNT to emerald section and then to the entrance of our actual tiny mansion inside this enchantment table. Now, I do have a few tricks up my sleeve which I want to show you. On the back side here, there's a ton of different paths that lead to nowhere. For example, Preston's gonna enter under these leaves here, and if he goes this direction, then he'll just get stuck over here. If he goes straight through, this leads to nowhere right there. This whole section over here is a big long section that ends up at a dead end, so hopefully he'll waste a lot of time there. We've got to set some traps for him, but I also want to show you, if we use our little chisel tool and we switch this to the block of emerald and we leave it at hollow, then we can actually go along the whole section back here and open this all the way to the corner down there. And now this looks like a solid block of emerald, both on the bottom section and on the top section. And none of these other ones are the same because this block of emerald, if we go inside of it, is actually hollow all the way through. And the reason we're setting it up like this is because this section down here is actually going to open into the wall. And this is going to be how you get to the final entrance of our base. Right through here is where we will enter. And if Preston happens to make it, I'll be able to see him from my bedroom right there. And of course, we're gonna be able to see him before that. I've got some stuff up my sleeves that we're gonna use, but cover this off because right here is where we want the entrance to this section to be. And the way we're going to do that is we first have to build the actual correct path before we lay traps and everything and all the plunders and blunders that Preston will run into. And the location of that is into the maze, and you go to the left here. Nope, that's wrong. Okay. The maze is even too good for me, guys. There's no way Preston actually makes it through this thing. You come into the maze, go to the right here, out past the TNT, and down this section, and over here. And along this whole wall here, you're able to see that we can get to the other side of the TNT just like this. So I want to actually remove this section here, use the chisel the same way we just did, switch it to a grass block that is hollow, and rebuild this section out just like that. And now we've got the grass all the way through, but at the very end here, we're actually going to open this whole section up so that you can enter into the dirt, and then you'll be able to run down to the end here and reopen down here to get to the other side of the TNT. So it's a hidden pathway inside the dirt, just like the emerald in the back. And then down here, we need to place down some stairs, and let's use our oak stairs to keep with our tree styling on the outside. Climb up the stairs, and then on the other side here, we will put stairs back down. So you'll be able to get up to the top here and then over to the side and down the stairs. And this is where we will build the entrance into our final section. Quickly switch our chisel to dirt, build one wall here, open that wall up like that, and the entrance is completely built out all the way to the edge. So we have got the final pathway completely built out. It's not super complicated, but it's all hidden within blocks that already exist. The real magic of this is getting Preston to think that a different direction might actually be the right way to go. I'm thinking that we go into some blocks, say this one for example, and we build entrances through the middle of them so Preston's stuck going in circles as he goes through the maze. And we can do this fairly quickly if we switch this from drag box to drag wall. You should see this facing Y option, and then we're going to turn this up to like 7, and when we drag through this, it'll actually open up a huge section for us. And this is going to allow us to create a confusing little turnaround in this corner. Preston's gonna come through here and he'll run through this way, but he's gonna waste time turning around to figure out, okay, wait a second, what's going on here? And the first trap we're going to set is going to be down here in this hole. Now, before I set it, I've got to go up to the top and we've got to get these leaves that are gonna cover the entire maze all the way around. We've got to get them first set up because underneath this section is going to be a massive zombie trap for Preston. Just spawn all the zombies in. Guys, don't get stuck in the light, all right? Stay away from the light. Get away from the light. What are you guys doing? I need you to be able to get Preston. There's a few survivors, but there won't be any survivors if Preston falls down there. He's gonna be done for sure. Right now, they're hugged against the wall where the light is blocked from getting in. But I wanna put traps like this all throughout this tiny maze. But even more than that last one, a section like this, I want Preston to think that he has to go down underneath so that on this section he sees, oh, this must be it. It's underground. Heads down underground. And once he gets down here, turning this corner, we'll actually use this to be able to block the skeletons off around the top here, but they won't be able to get out. They'll still be able to shoot at him when he goes underneath. So he'll be stuck here and get blasted by the skeletons that are sitting back there. As soon as he turns this corner and steps down, that is gonna be like 8 skeleton archers that literally just blast all their arrows right at him to take him out. With 2 deadly traps set up, now it is time to start with the teasing. I've got some signs here, and I think what we should do is just set these signs down and say, oops, dead end. Now this one's easy because obviously you turn the corner and it's obvious that's a dead end. So we want to set them all around the spots that Preston can't actually go. And during that process, we're gonna have to navigate our maze, which we can see a little over the top right now. That's going to change when we cover it up at the very end. But as well as setting the signs down, I also want to get these sections opened up so that we can have spots like I showed you at the beginning where Preston is going to be stuck climbing for days. This section just opens up back to the start where there's another dead end. Over here, we'll build through right here so that if he goes through here, there's nothing on the other side as well. Just a random slot that he can get stuck in, cruising all around here, circling for days. Around the side here is actually where the longest dead end is, right here. So if he gets stuck down here, we'll say something like, haha, you got owned. Preston's gonna see that. If he sees this sign, he's gonna be super frustrated because he'll have walked, maybe hit one of the traps already, all the way through this maze from the very start all the way down to the end. And he'll see this sign on the way that says, keep going. Either he'll listen or he won't, but if he does, he's gonna get stuck here at the very end. And if he continues all the way around, we've got another sign around this section that says bad choice. And right here in the middle, let's see where we should put another hallway. Maybe like right at this section, we'll dig through. So he'll be circling around here as well. Just like that, build it out. And if he goes around, I've also added a hole through here. So if he continues through, you got owned, and thinks I'm lying to him, he'll continue right through here. And this just circles back around through the TNT to bring him in a massive circle all the way around. My brain is starting to hurt a little bit with all of this circling around and all of these dead ends. So I gotta think the best way to finish this maze off. We have got the entrance, the TNT, and the emerald section. We do have one block section here that there's no entrance into. And I think what we should do with this spot is actually build out a tunnel underneath. So this whole section here, if he goes into it, is just gonna lead back into the TNT section here. And he has to jump over it or go around this side. But if he goes underneath, he will literally just end up back at a dead end on this side. And I think that might make this the largest tiny maze, as well as the most complicated tiny maze that has ever been built. But in order to ensure he has to stay tiny the entire time, we do have to block off the roof so he can't see over and get any hints, as well as enlarge and make it easier for himself. So in order to close off the top, I'm actually going to surround everything with leaves over the top of it and cover everything completely like this all the way around the top. Light can still get through, but it blocks off the roof. And with everything covered, let's also add a little bit of some disguise up above. So we'll get some oak wood here, and we can place some trees around the top like this to kind of disguise the whole maze a little bit. And now the top is pretty disguised. If we go in from the bottom though, we can still have plenty of light because of the leaves, but this thing looks mad confusing, guys. Oh my. Okay, careful not to fall down there. That would be deathly with the zombies. The section that completes it is this way, this way, this way, through here, all the way through to the end. Yep, up the stairs here, down the stairs here, around into the dirt, into the emerald, over here. But this is gonna be even better if we can actually watch Preston get through the whole thing. But I gotta hurry in case he starts making his way over before we're finished. Run all the way back out quickly and figure out the best lookout spot for us is going to be somewhere over here where we can see over the entire maze and watch Preston. Quickly pull out my little chisel, switch this bad boy to stone, and we'll build an entire wall like this. We gotta complete it all the way through around the side there, and then a rooftop section, and then going into our little hammer, we can open this up to actually see easily outside everything that's going on. But this section is going to be difficult to see in with the stone on the background. It'll be difficult to see through here and see that there's even a hole up here at all. We do have to get a chest here and put inside the chest a few potions of invisibility. So in case we want to get out and watch Preston when he's running through, we'll be able to quickly exit out here and run all the way around and find Preston on the entrance side and just watch him as he's coming through, being able to track him all the way through the maze while invisible. But I can't get ahead of myself. We gotta hide in our lookout point and wait to see when Preston arrives. He should be here today or tomorrow, whatever the sign said. He's gonna be here at any moment. Guys, Preston's in. Preston's in. Hold on. Let's grab the invisibility potion. Quickly take it down so we can go invisible. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I gotta take off my armor too. All right, let's go and see what Preston's doing inside the maze. This is gonna be hilarious. Where did he go? Oh, he's right there. He's right there. He's circling around. I wonder if he knows what's going on yet. He probably is gonna understand pretty quickly that it's a maze. I don't want him to bump into me by chance. Look, he had to go tiny. He can't be full size right now. Look at him try to explore it. Okay, so I gotta not get confused, and we just want to make sure he doesn't find the exit. He went around easy dead end he just ran into. Nothing over there, Preston. Nothing over there. Oh, careful. Don't let him touch me while I'm invisible. Oh, guys, he might run into the skeleton trap. He's going down. He's going down. He's gonna see him. Oh, he's turning around. He's turning around. He's trying to come back up right now. Oh no, it didn't get him. The skeletons didn't actually shoot him, but he almost got caught by the skeletons. Let's see around this side. This is where it gets confusing. He's reading the side. Good luck, Preston. Good luck, buddy. He's taking it awfully slow. I feel like he's highly suspicious. Also, being surrounded by TNT probably isn't the most inviting experience ever. He's on to the emerald section, but as you guys know, there is no way through in this section. He's gonna be circling around forever. He's currently reading that sign right there. I think he was trying to jump out. Wait. Is that the exit over there? No. That can't be the exit. There's no way. No. The exit's back near the birch section. Preston is gonna be lost in here forever, guys. Oh, he finally went to the tunnel. But guess what, Preston? No way out inside the tunnel. You're stuck here too. There's no way Preston finds his way out of this maze. He's gonna be stuck in the maze for a while, guys. There's no chance that he easily gets out. I gotta make sure that I get out before he finds me when my invisibility runs out. Where's the exit again? How do you get out of this thing? Wait. Down here. Yes. Okay, I found it. Out through here, back to the start. Preston's gonna be stuck in the maze forever, and finally, I can live comfortably inside my enchantment table for as long as I want without Preston ever being able to find me.